What is up, everybody? It is Wick here, and I've got some eBay sales to show you. Show you a few things that I've sold that we can talk about, just to prove that I don't hoard everything I buy. I don't have, well, I do have hundreds of items in my death pile, but I do sell some of the stuff. And these are some good examples of things you can find out in the wild and sell on eBay and make some money. The first one is a classic. These Guitar Hero dongles. These go with the Guitar Heroes, the PlayStation versions. And I was at a church-based thrift store. I picked up a Rock Band set for $10. It had, what, 2 or 3 guitars, at least 3. And it had 4 dongles with it. So this is the guitar one. And I sold that for $44.99. And that pays for the whole lot right there, and I made $25.52 profit after calculating the cost of the whole lot. So these things still sell quite well, and some of them do better than others. Some of them don't sell for a whole lot. Like the drum version of this maybe sells for 20 bucks, so not as high, but still these things are great picking up. Here is another dongle from that lot. This is the Les Paul dongle. Goes with that certain guitar, and I got 2 of those, so I sold those for $39.99, both of them. So I got $31.78 a piece. So between both of them, I got $63.56 profit on that. So that lot's really paying off with these dongles. Actual guitars sell pretty well too. I'm going to try to sell those separate. I could have sold them with the dongle, but I felt like just selling the dongle would be easier because I can't really test the guitars too well. I don't want to sell them without testing them. So I'm just going to lot the 2 guitars up and price them pretty low. No dongle, of course, and just say they have not been tested. And I can probably still get $30 or $40 plus shipping on those guitars that way. So I think this is the more profitable way to do it. Hey look, some more Guitar Hero stuff. Rock Band, Band Hero, I don't know, there's all kinds of different versions. This is a brain module for a drum set. This kind of like plugs right in the front of your drum. I sold this for 20 bucks, free shipping, and I got $13.93, so that just adds to it. And then finally, the drumsticks that were with it, I sold that separate. And I sold these for 10 bucks, and I got $5.65 profit after shipping. So I think that was worth it. That paid for half the lot right there, these drumsticks. I still got the drums. I'm going to part out the drums and sell the guitars like I said. I think that's it. I still have a microphone and a dongle. So I'm going to do very well on that lot for only paying $10 on it. And I have some numbers here. So far I've made $108.60 profit on the Guitar Hero purchase. So keep an eye out for those sets. Just make sure if they're the PlayStation version, you're getting the dongles, because that's where the big money is, the easy money, I should say. But you always see these at thrift stores and garage sales. Sometimes though, people price them way too high, but there's still money in these things. So here are some Raid Fumigator. These are 3 packs. I sold 2 3-packs, so I sold 6 at a time. I sold those for $37.85. It had, 12 of them. So in the end, I made $217.98. I got these at Home Depot, and I paid $3.33 a piece plus tax. So great profit on these things. I just seen them on a clearance shelf. Looked on eBay, like, hey, these are selling okay. It took a month and a half, possibly 2 months to sell them all. But definitely worth it. These were some people bought like 4 of them, so I think some people bought 3 of them at one point. So a lot of the shipping cost was saved that way, because I did free shipping on them. I think there was one that went to California and it cost $14 to ship 2 of them, but I still made like $10 on the pair. But the ones that I sold like 4, I definitely saved a lot on shipping because I shipped more. But yeah, these things had to ship ground, because you can't ship chemicals in the air. You can't do priority mail, so keep that in mind if you're selling any kind of chemicals. There's a list of hazardous materials that you cannot ship priority mail. It has to go ground. So if you're going to be selling on eBay, make sure you know that stuff so you don't accidentally send something you're not supposed to. You don't want to get in trouble for that, just for a silly mistake like that. And shipping them ground, it didn't cost that much more. Most of the time it was like 15 or 20 cents more. So when I went to California, that's when it added like $4 to do ground. $217.98 profit in the end after cost and fees. Great pickup at Home Depot. Here are some Brooks Ravina shoes. I picked these up at a yard sale. They were in very good condition for $5, and I sold them for $54 or $51.94. Profit in the end, $31.69. Good profits on shoes. Got a lot of great shoe deals this year at yard sales. That's probably because I've been paying attention to shoes more. To think in the last 6 or 7 years, I've probably passed up so many good shoes at yard sales because I wasn't really into selling them. And I'm trying to force myself to learn as many niches and categories as I can so I can just spot this stuff and, you know, not miss out on $30+ because, you know, I don't sell shoes, or I don't sell tennis rackets, whatever. I'm just always trying to increase my knowledge. And great shoe flip. G.I. Joe, real American hero. I don't know why I done that. $19.99 plus shipping is what I sold this for. I paid $1.99 for it, and I made $16.36 profit in the end. This sold really quick, and I priced it about $10 lower than some of the other comps I seen sold for a couple of reasons. One reason being I just don't need this thing taking up space, and my condition was not as good as some of the other sealed ones. This was sealed. My condition wasn't as good as some of the sealed ones that I seen sold for $29.99. So I'm like, I just priced it at $19.99. I just wanted it to move. I thought it would sit a while at $19.99. It didn't. It sold, I think, like in maybe 8 hours. Within 8 hours it sold. So I knew I probably priced it a little too low. But still, I'm happy to make $16.36 and just move it, get it out of there. Not taking up any more much of my space. I've turned it into money, and I have no regrets. So take a look at this terrible picture. It's so fuzzy and blurry. The resolution's terrible. I was experimenting with some software that whitens the background, and it did a good job whitening the background. Unfortunately, it made the images look terrible in the process. I didn't really realize that until they've already been uploaded, and you try to enlarge them. They look pretty good, just like the thumbnail. But anyway, this is that Audiovox VHS portable player with the screen. I got this at Goodwill for $12.99, and I sold it for $74.99, and I made $33.57 after shipping. So yeah, it was a pretty good flip. Made $30-some on it. Another thing I'm really happy to get rid of because it was kind of bulky as well. Anytime I can get rid of an electronic that is just sitting around taking up space, it feels good, because that's a big part of my death pile is electronics that I have not dealt with. Here was a pretty nice flip. I got this at Salvation Army. This Pentax K1000. It's a very popular camera brand and model for the Pentax. A lot of students use these apparently. And I got this after tax, $11.78 at Salvation Army. And I sold it for $116.09 shipped, and got $83.50 profit on it. Now this was about a week and a half ago I sold this one, I think. And I got a message from the buyer stating that it said it was delivered and they did not receive it. So everyone likes to see that. Every seller loves to see that in their inbox, right? So I told them, you know, to contact your mail carrier, ask your neighbors. Maybe it was, you know, delivered to the wrong address. Wait a few days and see if it shows up. A lot of times, if it went to the wrong address, it'll return it to the post office and it'll make it to you. You know, just have to be professional about it. You don't know if they're trying to rip you off or not. So you have to give them the benefit of the doubt. And it's been like a week and a half. I have not heard anything else, so hopefully they got it. And I told them that if they didn't, that we would contact the post office and put in a theft claim. And, you know, maybe that deterred them. Maybe they were just fishing, hoping I would, you know, give a refund or something. Maybe they were just casting that line, hoping it would happen. Either way, it seems like everything's okay. So hopefully I don't hear back from that person, because $83.50 profit is pretty good on a camera like this. And here we have Armstrong Forge. This knife set, I picked this up in Goodwill. This is a good example of some newer type of items I'm keeping an eye out for. I can thank those pallets I've been buying, this thrift store pallets, because I get a lot of kitchen household type stuff, and it's forcing me to do a lot more research and learn a lot more, which I love. And that's how I spotted these at Goodwill. I'm like, hey, I found an Armstrong Forge knife in one of my pallets. I looked it up and it was selling for about $15 by itself. So I went ahead and looked up this set. Couldn't find the exact set, but I did sell it for $49.24 for a total profit of $28.11. So kitchen knives, there's a lot of good knife brands out there. A lot of the blocks, and I've known this for a while, the knife blocks, certain brands, you can get up to $50 or more for them. Can't really remember any off the top of my head. There's a couple. I assume Armstrong Forge is one of them, probably if it says Armstrong Forge. These knives, I don't even know if they were used or not. I disclosed that in the listing. I said, you know, they seem to be new but could have been used. They seem sharp, and I disclosed that the little rubber pieces at the bottom of the knife block was rotting off, and I still sold it quite quickly, actually. So I'm happy to sell it for $49.24, make $28.11. So with those 10 items, I made $519.87 profit. So you can see how these small items that you sell on eBay could start adding up. And all this stuff sold really quick, I would say within about a month's time, I believe. So, you know, that's pretty good. 10 items, $519. And none of them's really big sales. I guess if you look at the raid where I made $217, I sold 12 of them, so, you know, it's not really 10 items. But it's a find at Home Depot. You're just selling more of it. It's not like I had to go sourcing and find 12 different raids to sell. So, yeah, those are the items I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to hit that like button for me. Be subscribed. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, flipping_junk. This has been Wick. Till next time.